Hey beautiful people, welcome back to another session on Vibe with Lady MM. So today we are going to sew wig, Pixie wig using Tara and Afro B. Okay, so that is where I drew the lines on the dome cap. Those are the lines we're going to sew onto, and that is the front part of the wig. Okay, so I'm going to use this Tara and then this Afro B. As for the Afro B, I have removed it from the pack, so I can't really remember the brand, but that's Afro B I'm going to use in front. So the Tara is behind. I'm just putting 3 strands together at a go to sew at the back. So we are starting from the knit side of the wig. Okay, so just going to pin and then sew, pin and sew. So that is what is going on right now. So I pin one row and then I'm just sewing from one side to the other. So yeah, so still pinning and sewing. So that is what. So this is where I've reached now. You could see that where I've drawn the line there, it has cleaned, but I'm still sewing because I'm using my imaginary skills to sew. Yeah, so that's what we are doing right now. Just sewing and then removing the pins and then continuing sewing and sewing. So just sewing towards the back and then to the other side of the wig. So I'm actually using the Tara first, and then I'm going to use Afrobeat in front. Some people prefer to use Afrobeat, but I think my experience with Afrobeat is when you cut, it's not always smooth. So you have to come with, meaning with your Pixie curler or the straightener that you have to be very sharp or very hot so that it can straighten it up. But Afrobeat cutting is not always smooth. Yeah, when you wait for some time, they start lifting up. So that is the front side of the wig. That's why I'm using the Afro B. So it's still the same process, just pinning from one side to another, and then you sew. Okay, so that's what we're doing right there, pin and sew. So the Afro B has a little bit of curls in it because the client wants the front to be a bit curly. Yeah, and the Tara is not that long to give that kind of curl unless you use a curler to curl it up. But the Afrobeat gives a more defined curls as compared to using the Tara and then curling it up. Okay, so we are almost done with the wig. Okay, so that's the close-up part of it. That's where the closure is. Yeah, the normal closure, not the closure that we use for wigs. Yeah, so I'm just closing it up at the top of the wig. So yeah, I'm just going to pin and sew until the circle is closed up. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So normally you're saying pixie cut, it actually takes time because after the sewing, before you come to the cutting part of it. So after this sewing, then we're going to cut. Okay, after the sewing, then we're going to cut. So cut, that is it. So let's move on. Okay, so after the sewing, that is how it's looking. We are yet to cut it. Okay, so that the front, the back, and the sides are looking. So I'm just going to use my razor comb to start cutting it. Okay, so there's already bleed in it, so it makes it easier for me. I prefer to use the clippers to cut the sides and then the bottom than using it to cut it this way. So I prefer the comb. So that's what I'm doing. But this time around, I didn't use the the clippers to cut the bottom of it. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now. This mannequin is tired. It has done a lot of work. Look at how the neck is. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead with my scissors to cut the sides and then leave some 5-5 there. Yeah, that's the 5-5 there. Then trim it up and we are good to go. Okay. Okay, so just still cutting the sides and then I'd cut the other side as well. And then we are good to go. Okay, that's what is happening right there. Make sure you cut and everything. Even if it's not straight, you just come back and then. So what you want to do, you don't want to cut it too short all of a sudden. So you make it a bit longer and then you keep on trimming. Because if you cut it short all of a sudden, it might become too short for your client. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, watch, comment, and share my video. Mwah.